Welcome to Comics Experiment, the show right here at the Comicstorian podcast network that airs every Thursday at about, what time does it air? Like 3 p.m. Eastern?
Now it's
2
like
p.m. Eastern.
4 o'clock in the afternoon.
4 o'clock in the afternoon?
At
3
this
p.m.
point.
Eastern, usually because we start our comic review show at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Right, and then what comes after Comics Experiment, Dan?
Awesome D&D stuff, which is the best D&D in existence.
Right, and on this Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Comicstorian, we also do things on Tuesday, right? What do we do on Tuesday, Dan?
You and Sal do Absolute Comics
But
at
what-
roughly 5 p.m. Eastern.
Right, but what's going to be happening before that starting in January, Dan?
It's like a skit.
I don't remember.
You're Wolverine and Deadpool in a new campaign.
We are
like a skit.
Wolverine.
They're
and
working
Deadpool.
off the cuff.
And Dan, what is our YouTube channel? Where can they find this on Saturdays if they don't go to all your favorite podcast locations, because we're on all of those as well?
I don't know. I think it's Comicstorian. At this point, I'm so lost. It's like Comicstorian.
And how can
on
they support us
YouTube.
directly if they want to get unedited versions of our podcast?
They can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/comicstorian. $2 access to all that early access content.
Right.
And we are also sponsored by G Fuel, where you can use the code COMIC at checkout to save 10% off your order. We're also sponsored by Bespoke Post, where you can go to boxofawesome.com, use the code COMICS, and get 20% off your first box. And we'll tell you more about that in the middle of today's episode. And I had to cut you off because you were going in weird pacing.
I did. That was,
And I
it was
did not
intentional
know-
because it kept throwing you off.
I know. I did
But
not
Dan-
know where you were going, so
was-
I took control.
But Dan, what is Comics Experiment? What is this podcast that they're on
It's,
that you just went through all our
This
ads?
is like
Yes,
watching
we-
a really shitty improv group.
We experiment with comics.
Andy, what do you do to experiment with comics?
We're still currently working on how many it will take to stop a bullet. The answer is a lot. Well, depending on the size of the bullet.
Yeah.
No, we actually sit down and we discuss fun ideas such as revamping a story, how we would do it differently. We discuss lists from the internet. We talk about stuff happening in the world of comic books in general. And today we're going to talk about the latest news that came out. Joker is getting an ongoing series written by James Tynion. Now, at the time of thinking of this concept, they didn't state what Joker was going to be. They just said, ongoing series, Joker. We now know what it's going to be about, and it doesn't sound terrible, but we then...
Let us preface.
It doesn't sound awful.
So, but we then decided we'd each come up with, if we were given the ability to write a Joker ongoing series, what would we do? Okay? And we're going to get to that in a minute, but I want to tell you what the book is actually about. Andrew.
Yes.
It's about you.
So James
It's about
Tynion-
me.
Yeah.
So he tweeted this out. Apparently, and if this is incorrect or the tweet is incorrect, I got this information from you guys over at our Discord. Thank you so much. Fish Ticks. I was gonna say it wrong. His name is Fish Ticks. He's the leader of my clan in Marvel Strike Force.
So you're a gay fish.
I knew it. Anyway, apparently what he found on Twitter was that James Tynion tweeted out, it's actually a James Gordon noir mystery where he's tracking the Joker. And
Okay,
they're,
so
and they're
it's not-
putting Joker on the title.
way different than what
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a lot different than a Joker ongoing series.
Yes, exactly. And I'm like, no, that sounds interesting.
Yes.
A James Gordon noir series?
Yeah, okay, that I'm with.
Yeah.
That I'm down with.
So that sounds a lot of fun. I'm excited to see what that's going to be.
See, I didn't know that, so it completely changes my Joker.
Well, then, Andy, kicking off today's episode, what is your Joker story?
I wouldn't write a Joker story.
All right, Dan.
Allow me to explain.
Okay.
Now there's too much. Allow me to sum up. No, I feel like writing a Joker-centric story where you learn about like the inner workings of the Joker and his origins and his mindset is an awful idea. I think it would basically go the same route as giving Wolverine a solid origin.
Oh,
in
yeah.
that you take away all of the mystique of the character. Like, the point of Joker is he's basically just this evil, malevolent force of Gotham that constantly has to fight against Batman. So if you give him an origin story, honestly, like the Joker movie. Like, it wasn't
Yeah.
a bad movie, but
Right.
like, as a Joker movie, meh, honestly. So, like, if you give him a definite origin story, if you're always knowing what he's thinking, if, you know, it's the argument that the Joker's too overexposed these
Right.
days anyway.
Right, it's ruining a lot of what I liked about the character.
Exactly, and same with like the Batman Who Laughs. Like, you take away all of the mystique of that character, and I think it does a disservice to that character as a whole. The same as giving out Wolverine's origin finally kind of took away the mystique of the character altogether.
Right.
I want to explain that a little bit because I don't think Dan knows that, and I'm looking at the clock and we're going a lot faster than I intended. So,
Well, it's because mine was, you shouldn't write a Joker
right,
book.
exactly.
Thanks
so
for watching.
If you, so I don't think you know the story behind Wolverine's origin. He was never.
I know the
supposed-
movie, and then I know
so
the
movie
comic that I read.
is the problem. So what happened is
And not just because it was an
for the
awful,
record-
awful movie.
it had its moments.
It did not.
Walking away from the helicopter was awesome.
It had 5 minutes of war montages. It's just the movie we should have gotten. And then awful. I'll say it had Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
It had Hugh Jackman. We'll give him that.
So he's the best Wolverine. He's perfect for it. But I do know because the original, he was named James Howlett and was like with the.
Yes, but that also wasn't supposed to exist.
Oh, okay.
This is where it gets actually interesting. So
Because the one
Wolverine-
that my head goes to is the journal of the woman reading that he had given to her.
right,
Or he.
no, and
she gave
you're
to
not
him.
wrong. That is
Okay.
that is the definitive origin as it stands right
Okay. I just want.
now.
Good.
So Wolverine was never supposed to have an origin. Part of what
Okay.
Marvel liked about him and what fans liked was the mystique of this guy has apparently lived forever. What has he been around? What has he been a part of?
Right.
Because they would have flashbacks of him at World War II or in Japan,
Yep.
but we never knew where it all started or what happened or how long he's been
Right.
around. And then Marvel, to avoid bankruptcy, sold movie rights in the 90s, of which they sold
As you
the
do.
X-Men, which Fox
To
bought
Fox.
and started making the X-Men movies.
Mm-hmm.
And then Fox had a genius idea since they have carte blanche,
Yeah.
use big word.
Well, it's two different words. It's
Carte
carte
blanche. Okay.
Yeah. They could do whatever the hell they want.
They could do anything they wanted with it, and they decided that
Use
they
smaller words.
small words. They could, a B.
They do what they want.
But Fox decided that they would start a spin-off line of origin movies that
Right.
was going to be kicked off with Wolverine and actually go to Magneto secondly.
Which actually probably would have been a cool movie.
I think Magneto.
I mean, they
would've been
kind of
fun.
did that with First Class.
Well,
Kinda,
they did.
did,
A lot of
yeah.
the ideas got turned into First Class.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
Marvel got wind that Fox was going to
basically
create,
make an origin for Wolverine.
Right.
which
They were like, oh shit.
exactly. That's exactly what they did, and they
And
wrote
they
the origin
made their own.
Okay.
because the idea was whoever came first was going to be the definitive Wolverine
Right.
origin. So Marvel was like, well, we didn't want to give him an origin, but if we don't, they're going to.
Yeah. And they'll ruin it.
Yeah, exactly. Because they wrapped in Deadpool and they sewed his mouth shut.
They went with the Merc with a mouth and removed the mouth.
Liv Schreider as Sabretooth was actually
That was really good.
too.
I like that.
Actually,
Actually,
was
he
gonna
did a
say,
great job of
Those
that.
two, Hugh Jackman
Yeah.
and Liv Schreider as Wolverine and Sabretooth, were probably the only good part of that movie.
Did you sidebar with that? Ryan Reynolds has revealed the only reason he agreed to be that version of Deadpool was Fox was talking about his spin-off movie.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I've seen that.
That's why he agreed to
Yeah.
do that.
Right.
Only so that he would be Deadpool if it came back around.
Is that why there's that one ending that still is like impossible to find where the red suit Deadpool walks out and kicks the head and goes, who the hell's this guy?
I think that's an urban myth.
I was gonna
Because I myself cannot find that.
I've never
Because
seen
I
that.
feel like I remember seeing it, but I mean, then again, this could be the Mandela effect.
Well, we all think we've seen it, but I don't think it actually
Yeah.
real. The one that I have seen is there is one where the head blinks, but that's it.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen that one. Yeah.
There's the one where it blinks and then,
And then there's the other one where Deadpool shows up to clean up the timelines.
no, but that's another
that's
movie.
in the
Yeah.
Deadpool movie. And he cleans up Green Lantern as well.
Just cleaning up the timelines.
Don't worry about that.
Oh, goodness.
So okay, Dan, let's do your thing next.
Well,
and
before I do that,
no, we should do the ad after yours. I did that
okay.
intentionally. Don't worry, we're going to be doing an ad after Dan's. Just a warning right there.
I
so if you just skip over Dan's, we'll see you at the end of the ad.
I mean, it's probably
right,
your best
so-
option.
I won't lie. When I heard Joker's story, I heard incredibly violent story.
I want it to be called Joker's
like
story
honestly,
now.
my first
a good
thought
title.
was they're gonna make fun of 3 Jokers, and it's gonna be one of the Jokers going around killing anyone that's partly impersonating the Joker to prove that he is the true one and only crime prince of Gotham. And
Not a
going
terrible
around
idea.
and doing that, like truly showing the entirety of the Joker's side and everything that he does to like do all his stuff. Kind of like the second Batman movie when like you see all this stuff and when they're robbing the bank and stuff like that and they're shooting each other. I hope you guys remember.
Oh, no,
Okay.
no,
Neither of you reacted. I'm like,
I'm letting you talk for
do you
once.
not remember
I know you're not
Batman?
used to that, Dan.
I don't watch
I'm really
Batman
not.
movies.
You know what?
I don't watch Batman movies.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, I only
What
read
about
the
Man
1940s.
Andy
movie.
actually
Oh,
doesn't
no.
watch any movie that has "man" in the title.
Yeah, it's
Oh, that's
true.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for the man from Uncle, he didn't see.
Nope.
He was really
Sad. I really like
conflicted.
Henry Cavill. He was, damn, it's got man in the title.
Luckily, Mandalorian was a show, so it was the exception.
It's a show, and man's
the
not-
rule,
Anyway.
the rule doesn't apply to that one.
So I was picturing it in a black label. Truly, Joker goes like insanely off the deep end to the point that he entirely
end.
destroys every single villain in Gotham.
I want to at the end, Joker goes, whew, that was even much for me. That's
Like
the
that
last
would
panel.
be like something like that. Something that was just simply not detective, not Batman going after the Joker, not a love story between Batgirl and Red Hood. An actual
that was the best
Joker
part.
doing Joker things, almost like a just he goes out of control or something, or like similar to previous stories where when Batman leaves, he becomes normal, but instead he goes so insane that he just starts killing literally everyone and everything. That would be my
So
way.
Dan's idea is Joker kills the DC universe.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
I think that would sell like gangbusters.
Yes.
Why don't we have that?
I'd be
That's
fine
actually
with that. I'd
perfect
be
way to
fine
say
with
it.
that book.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with that book.
Just how the Joker murders everyone.
They should just do like, what was the Netflix, To Make a Murderer or something like that? What was the documentary?
Oh, like
Uh,
making a murder.
I think
Make a
I think it was To Make a Murderer.
Yeah, they should do that, but Joker. Like they've caught Joker finally, and there's
Right.
somebody's making a documentary about like
You know what? They
the
do-
origin of the Joker.
Actually, you know what? We'll have it be like he's the consultant for like an FBI people, and they'll be like,
so he's
how
just-
how did they kill him? Well,
It's just
let me tell
Silence
ya.
of the Lambs.
It's Dexter, but with Joker instead of Dexter.
And you know where else you can find Dexter?
Through a portal.
Today's podcast is sponsored by Bespoke Post, a monthly box of awesome. Bespoke Post is here with a customized box of awesome collections for guys, guaranteed to upgrade your life. Whether you're looking to showcase pieces to up your indoor hosting skills or cozy new threads for those blustery days, Bespoke Post sends guys only the best stuff every month. I'm a big watch guy, so I'm a big fan of the Moment box that they have, but they truly do have something for everyone. To get started with a box of awesome, go to boxofawesome.com and take the quiz. Your answers will help them pick the right box of awesome for you. Every month, new boxes are released across the different categories, and it's free to sign up. Plus, you can skip a month or cancel anytime. Each box costs only $45, but includes over $70 worth of gear inside. Get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code COMICS at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com and code COMICS for 20% off of your first order.
I thought you were gonna go. How would Joker go through the DC universe to kill them all?
Well, we'll get to that later if we need to fill more space in the episode. All right, so
The portal.
that's our tangent. We'll go into later.
sure,
How
yeah.
would the Joker murder everyone?
Well, based off of the Injustice universe, he would gain the powers of Chaos Gods and
Kill the Justice Society.
kill the Justice Society.
And
But like
and
accidentally half the time.
that's the best part.
Yeah, like not even meaning to most of the
He's
time.
like, oh, it ran out. Oh, he fell to the ground. My bad.
really should have.
So
practiced
fun
this
fact, the
running
Green
thing.
Lantern has a limit.
Well, no, Alan Scott always had a limit.
No, but the Joker
know.
discovers
oh
that.
yeah. I was like, yeah, Alan Scott always had like a limit on his thing.
All right, so anyway, my idea, I had two ideas. It could go in either direction.
Okay.
One,
No, you get one.
I only get one.
You only get one.
Everyone gets one.
My first idea was Mark Hamill style Joker. Every issue is just comically Joker doing things like, how did he get the smiling fish?
Like the DC animated version.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just make it like a jokey kind of thing.
Okay.
Like, that I think could work because that version of the
Like
Joker.
the misadventures of the Joker.
yeah,
more
exactly.
Like. Yeah,
the
yeah,
ideas that never got to
yeah.
Batman.
Right, they don't pan out properly. That never got to.
They're the ones that he goes, no, that's even too stupid for me.
He's like, all right, I've been focus grouping this one a lot. All right, smiling fish. Stay with me.
I was gonna say, like all the ideas he did before it got to that point, we just see like all the failed Joker plans. You
All
can even
the
make it like a
failed-
digital book. It'd be like 3-issue arcs, you know, like
Yeah.
the planning stages, the people he involved, everyone
And
he
in the
murdered.
end, it's like a really bad Ocean's 11.
And they like show
Each time
his
he's like, nope, didn't work.
they show his early laughing gas cast and it's just people giggling.
Exactly.
yeah.
That's
He's
what I
like,
mean.
what the hell? This just looks like a bunch of stoners.
But you got to do it like the whole thing would be a comical take on the Joker. You know?
Yeah.
You get the classic Harley Quinn in there. You could get most of the animated cast in there.
Go true to the clown
Maybe
part of
he's
them.
testing it all against like Freeze, against
Try out.
Poison Ivy, and then that just adds to the humor. You know, they're like, what are you doing? Well, I got to see if it works before I bring it to Batman. Batman only gets the best.
Some off issues, he should go fight like B-level heroes.
Yeah,
Because
he's
he's still
testing them.
workshopping.
Actually, not just B level, the ones that are essentially just other versions of Batman.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm trying the kitty version of Batman right now.
He's trying it like on Nightwing and Bloodhaven.
Yeah.
And Nightwing doesn't even know it's Joker because it's
He's
so...
just working something out and he doesn't want everyone to know.
He shows up as Red Hood or something like that.
It's actually not a
goodness.
terrible idea.
The other idea I had was one of my all-time favorite books is actually Brian Azzarello's Joker,
Yes.
which I don't
know if
I
I
think
know
you may
that
have done it for the channel.
It's more
I
like
don't
a
know.
real world Joker.
The
Well,
story-
what was the story? And
Joker's henchman and how
Yeah.
Joker's affecting his life.
wait,
But Joker isn't the protagonist of
are
the
you
book.
talking the one-off where it's Bruce Wayne pretending to be the one henchman that screws it up?
No,
for
no,
everyone?
this is like an actual Joker
okay.
henchman.
Yeah,
Who
was
ends
it
up
Johnny?
getting-
I think it was Johnny.
I think it was Johnny. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he ends up
Maybe
dying
if
at
I
the end.
saw it, I would recognize
And
it.
basically, Johnny gets out of prison, or he's the guy who picks up the Joker from prison.
From prison, yeah.
Yeah,
And this
Joker-
is more like a real
Okay.
world Joker.
Yeah, this sound
Not
it
like-
sounds familiar.
and then
but-
Johnny's just attached to the Joker for the Joker's
Right.
escapades.
Harley Quinn's a stripper.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that
Killer
kind-
Croc's just a dude with like a skin condition. Like if you look at it, that's
Yeah.
what he looks like.
Love it.
Which he is in some versions. He's
He
just a
is,
guy
yeah,
with a skin.
yeah,
I think.
yeah.
I think he technically is
He's
in the animated
technically,
series.
he's
isn't he?
just, yeah, he's
Yeah.
just a guy that kind of looks like a crocodile.
Sorry,
He's
it's
not like an
just a
actual
rash.
crocodile. Yeah, pretty much is what it is.
But
not
my idea for an
contagious, I
ongoing
swear.
book would be not about the Joker, but how the Joker affects people and his henchmen and things like that. So
That
he's
one-
there, but he's not there. You know what I'm saying?
So the whole book is actually around like a group of henchmen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it'd be about the henchmen, how they're being affected, and maybe the victims of his stuff and how they're affected, and how far outreaching the Joker stuff can get. Because like, oh, he killed this person, and
Right.
this person couldn't arrive to get the kid from school, so the kid got put into this, and the guy then had to do child support, and all because the Joker.
Right.
And then it could be something along the lines of like the Joker's tracking all that. Like
Well,
almost like the Jason Todd thing, where they tried to be like the Joker orchestrated Jason Todd's entire life.
Right. Well, what you're describing is, I believe, either a small story arc or a single issue where there's a therapist that's helping Joker victims.
It was the
cope, and they're like got the
Joker
smiles and stuff.
80th.
Yeah, something
Yeah,
like
it was
that.
one of the
no,
short-
not that one.
one of the
but it
short
was the
stories in
short
that one, yeah.
Where
But I'm
like
saying
at
it's
the
an
end,
ongoing,
the
yeah.
Joker like rips his face off or something, and like gives him like a flesh-made rose or something.
But that's what I'm saying. Something along
But
those
yeah.
lines. Like, you don't make the Joker the actual protagonist or
Right.
antagonist of the book. It's how the Joker's affecting everyone.
Hmm.
Because then you could even look back on some of the other crazy things, like when he took over all of Gotham. Because I always find it interesting whenever Batman and the crew and everybody, they go back and they look at, like, Duke was a great character because they showed how everything that Batman and Joker did affected this person's life.
Right.
Yeah, he became Duke and then became Signal and then disappeared from DC. But
No, he's in.
He shows up.
He was in Outsiders.
but that's over now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's only been over for like a month.
Oh, okay.
Don't make
at
it
one
sound like he's been gone for like 8 years.
Signal is gone.
I will
He's
say,
dead to me.
the one best thing that Signal has ever been a part of is when Green Lantern goes to the cave and he goes, "I thought you were supposed to be weak to yellow." He's like, "Not if your will's strong enough." It doesn't make any sense. As the one good moment Duke Thomas had.
But no, and that I think that would be interesting just to see how far the plans go and
Right.
what is affected and who's affected by the Joker doing all these things, and that could overall be the story because you could easily do arcs about the things the Joker has done and the people that he's been affected, and you could have cameos from Batman, cameos from Joker, cameos from the other characters, but it's all about that low level Joker hench group,
Right.
you know, and then even give them some life, like they go home.
Yeah.
Mom, I'm going to the basement. It reminds me of the Venture Brothers. Remember the two of them?
What was the mom going to the basement?
Because
part?
Venture Brothers, remember the two goons that worked for the Monarch,
Oh yeah.
and they would like they'd go to the basement and suit up. They'd
Yeah,
be playing
yeah.
D&D, throwing on their henchmen costumes,
Yeah,
like that kind of a thing. One of them
Dr.
became a
Girlfriend.
primary character. Side note: apparently they canceled Venture Brothers, and I'm like, hasn't it
A
been off
long
the air?
time
for like,
ago.
No, like 2 months ago.
I didn't even know it was still on.
That's
I haven't
what
watched
mean.
it since I was in like
Wait,
college.
like they canceled making it, or they canceled like showing it on TV?
They canceled the next season. Apparently, there was another season. The creator tweeted out that Adult Swim canceled their show, so he's not going to be
I
doing
didn't know
another
it was
season.
still going. Yeah, which is probably why I got canceled.
It's probably because they come out so infrequently.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That they were Adult Swim was finally like, we got Rick and Morty now. Just
Yeah.
It's true. I finally put the 4th season out
On Hulu?
on HBO Max.
Oh.
Oh, are you finally able to see it?
Yeah, I haven't.
What did I watch it on?
I don't know.
Definitely not.
Oh,
a site.
AdultSwim.com. They play. They
Oh,
play
yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's where I watched it too.
Sorry, we got
Totally.
off topic.
No, I think that would actually be a really
that would be
good
good.
idea, like the Joker effect, because then you could also go into.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, that's what
DC.
I was
you
thinking
guys
that
all
the
want
whole
high
time.
concept ideas?
I was thinking that the whole time. I was like, this would be so good being called the Joker effect. But like,
Valiant,
also
give me a
doing,
villain. I'll write it for you.
But like,
The
also
Boker.
showing other people that want to become the Joker, but of their town, and like them dealing with the superhero there, and going,
Yeah.
oh, this would not work.
I'm telling you, Johnny, I could be the Joker of Illinois.
I'm the Joker of Boise, Idaho.
Putting
Okay.
on like a
Says
bozo
that
wig.
about me.
Boise, Idaho.
Just some low nothing town hoods. Just like,
Is
I
that-
could be the Joker.
There's a population of 17. I'm gonna terrorize this
I would
town.
read that book.
Actually,
Honestly.
And everyone knows who it is.
Yeah.
Johnny, what are you doing?
Thing. That's not even scars. You just put on your mom's lipstick, weirdo.
stop stealing the nitrous oxide from the dentist's office, Johnny.
Jesus Christ.
The Joker effect coming next fall.
Let me write it.
Starring Ashton Kutcher. It's like the butterfly effect.
He actually shows up at the end of each Joker story. You just got Jokered.
Oh, that'd be good. I like that, yeah.
Butterfly effect is good. I liked the end. No, because I can remember. Do you know there's an alternate ending
I
where
do,
he
yes.
kills himself?
Yes. I didn't like that movie. I thought the movie was crap.
I thought the movie's
I thought
concept
the
was
movie was
okay.
crap.
Jumping the photos in it. There's an alternate ending where he goes back all the way to his own fetus and he strangles himself with
I
the umbilical
remember
cord.
that.
I would go back, slap my dad's ass. Your son. I think that was it. I think
Just right after. Good job. See you in 20 years.
The hell?
I don't know
I
why
think
20
that was a Dane Cook joke. Sorry, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Whatever happened to Dane
Let's
Cook?
no,
We're
That's-
done. That was the topic. We're done.
That's,
We got to fill 5 more minutes.
Dane Cook will be playing the Joker in the Joker effect.
Oh.
And it'll actually, you know, what would be a great Joker story would also be like and this probably has already happened, a failed comedian that just gets so annoyed with the fact that people will not laugh at his joke that he starts laughing gas the place.
That's pretty much one of the Jokers.
that's
Is
like
it one of the
his
Jokers?
origins.
Oh, that's why I
It's
said
pretty
it's
much one of his
probably one of
origins,
them.
yeah.
Because
I think that's what it was
most
technically. Like they would use that as the
That was
idea.
the killing joke. It showed him
Was
being
it?
like a failed comedian.
Because I like that.
But I thought they
origin.
did the failed comedian
I
with the
liked it a lot.
the laughing gas stuff in something. They did that, I think. In one of the iterations where they were like, it's not really the Joker. Maybe it was in Gotham. Because Gotham had that whole, the show had that idea that they would never reveal the true origins of the Joker, but every episode
They just
was,
had like 3 characters that were very Jokerish.
they're just Jerome.
I've got a what if story rating.
Also, he's got a twin that looks really like the Joker and dresses like the Joker.
You know they basically made him the Joker at the end,
Yeah,
but
I know
bald.
that. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Did you watch the show?
Yeah, actually, I like Gotham.
I didn't think it was terrible. Season 1's the only one I didn't like because it was just so drawn out and I felt it was boring. The worst thing they fought was the balloon guy.
It was hilarious.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking of really stupid ideas, and I thought of a what if of instead of like the Batman Who Laughs origin where he kills him and then the toxin goes in him and he becomes the Joker. Instead, it's a what if of if Killer Croc killed the Joker and it becomes the Croc Who Laughs, because I think that would be hilarious. Seeing a giant laughing crocodile just terrorizing Gotham. No, I think that would be
That's
amazing.
it. Instead of like the Dark Knights from the multiverse, they should have the
It's just
different
a
versions of Joker.
Or Joker,
So they have
yeah.
the Croc Who Laughs.
Oh my
You could
gosh.
have the
Do you
Poison
not
Ivy who
Actually,
laughs.
that would be
Do
a
you not think-
fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why they didn't.
I can already tell you
do
right
that.
now. No, they are. I can tell you right now they're going to. 2022, Joker medal.
Jokerverse. Jokerverse.
It's Costner. You're like, we're doing another thing, and they're like, you said that was the last one. Well,
We heard they like metal, so we made it even more.
I mean,
metal.
technically, didn't he say like we're done at the end of New 52? And then he's like, I'm done at the end of Last Night
No,
on Earth.
they said they-
And then he's like, well, technically, this is the Justice League thing.
well, no, yeah, he said the Dark Knight They're gonna be. And they're like, I thought you guys were done with Batman, and they're like, well, this isn't Batman. This is Justice League. And then they were like doing the Last Night on Earth, and they're like, this is our last Batman. And then they announced Death Metal, and they're like, I thought you said that was your last Batman. And they're like, this isn't Batman. It's Wonder Woman centric. Like, come on.
I thought you were gonna go. It's not Batman. It's Batmen.
Oh.
Did you see his Kickstarter book Nocturna got picked up by Image?
There's
I
a
didn't
lot
see it got picked
of.
up by Image. Yeah. I know the Kickstarter
Yeah.
itself did really well.
Yep, I
There's
got you a
a
signed
lot
copy
of
coming in.
Oh, nice.
I got the 2-pack.
Nice.
2-pack.
There's a lot of big Kickstarter books starting
Sean
right
Gordon
now.
Murphy's got one
Yeah, a
that I
lot of
actually
stuff
wanna
like
read.
that.
Yep, that one's good.
Keanu
Plot
Reeves,
holes.
I think,
Oh,
actually
yeah, he's
has
got
one.
Berserk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Keanu Reeves. Okay, I know Keanu Reeves is the internet's sweetheart, but can I make one comment about Keanu Reeves?
Because it's Keanu Reeves. If you're gonna badmouth Keanu Reeves, no, I will jump over this table and punch you in the face.
Plus, he's immortal.
He's John Wick. He's Neo. He's Johnny Silverhand. He's just a good all-around human being.
And he's immortal.
And he's immortal.
I like how you didn't even mention Bill.
Oh yeah, he's Bill. Come on.
I was gonna say this isn't
He's
a negative
that
thing.
guy from Speed, whose name I forgot.
Don't you remember the second one?
Speed 2, when it was on a boat?
It was a boat.
Electric
It was a
Boogaloo?
boat that they couldn't stop.
Until
It
it
was a
hit the
boat.
dock, and then it stopped.
And Keanu Reeves didn't come back.
No, it was somebody else.
Sandra Bullock did it.
Sandra Bullock was in it, but the guy, the action hero, because this was in like the '90s where you could have a woman.
No, I was
super
watching some of the
early, but-
Keanu Reeves interviews with like Cyberpunk and stuff like that.
Okay.
And he just strikes me
Careful.
as like
Careful.
he's the internet. He strikes me as the guy that if you were to walk down to the beach, he's the hippie guy that's like just super happy with everything. He's got the surfboard. He's just like, yeah.
No, apparently he's actually a very depressed person.
Is he?
Yes.
He always
His
seems
life-
super
he's
cheery.
honest-
had
Honestly,
like
if
a
you
lot,
hear his
like he's
life
a very
story-
optimistic
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
But he is very like a down to well, supposedly. Obviously, I've never actually met him. But it's supposedly he's a very like down to earth, like chill guy.
Yeah,
No,
I've heard
and,
his-
I don't
his
mean this
past
in a
is
negative way. I'm
pretty-
saying the overall vibe I get from him
Right.
is he's that like just surfer guy that's like love life, love
He
everyone.
gives away a lot of his
Yeah.
money. Like he has like a small apartment. I read a thing where
Plus,
like
he
on
builds
his
motorcycles.
yeah,
Which I want.
I read a thing where they said that on his birthday he sat on like a park bench with a birthday cake and was offering it to people if they just sat down and talked to him
Oh.
for
Yeah.
a couple minutes.
No, and I've seen stuff like that, and he's
yeah.
got a lot of things he's going through and
Yeah,
things
yeah.
like that. But and you're right. I've seen he does give away a lot of his money. I
Yeah.
like a lot of the movies he's in. It was just more of the vibe I get from him seeing in
right.
all these interviews.
Okay.
I don't,
He's a good person.
Okay, no,
He's a
honestly,
very good
what
person
bad thing
from-
could I say about?
I
Keanu?
don't know. That's why
Yeah,
I was telling you to be careful.
It's like I can't
Listen,
think of
2020 has taken a lot from us. I don't need you.
But it gave us Keanu
I don't need
Reeves.
you to take away Keanu.
Have you seen his reaction to being internet sweetheart? He denies it and changes the subject
Oh,
every single
he gets really
time.
embarrassed about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know about that. And he's like, let's talk about this.
And then the internet's like, and that's why we love him.
Exactly. You're making it easier to
Ugh.
love you. So, you're breathtaking, Dan. Sign out the show.
You're
You're
breathtaking.
I wanted to do it. Yeah.
Happy holidays and you're breathtaking. Check out Bespoke Post. Check out G Fuel. Check out our Patreon. Subscribe, like right here on YouTube. And at the bare minimum, if you just stuck around to the end of this video, thank you so much for giving us 26 minutes of your time.
Also, if you want to support me in my financial endeavor to buy a bike from Keanu Reeves, just hit me up.
Good luck.
Aren't they stupid
They're-
expensive?
I know that's
They're
why.
like
That's
really-
why I'm going to need your guys' help.
I own one in Cyberpunk, and it cost me 28,000 euro dollars.
And it also flies. It's not supposed to.
Sometimes it's not supposed to. But.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.